they had a tough game as well against Fiji. So the teams are just getting ready to head out onto the field, currently in the marshalling area.
Both teams taking the field now.
Here we go. So both teams have made a couple of changes to the starting team from the first match this morning, but everyone's hopefully feeling fresh. They had a lot of matches yesterday, so got some good rest. One match this morning so far to get into it, and now they're playing for fifth.
Cook Islands looking to kick off the first half.
So it'll be Jordan Tuakana to get us underway from the Cook Islands. And the whistle goes.
That was just unlucky there by the Solomon Islands.
Yeah,
got great height, got his hands on the ball, but just fell out of his hands over the touchline.
Couldn't quite bring it down, so the Cook Islands will have the first opportunity with the line out. And they've turned it over, so the Solomon Islands have, and let the ball go. So the Cook Islands remain in attack and now spread the ball out. 3-on-2 play coming down here, and they're going for the line. It's broken through, and he's got the offload away, and he's over. So that's a great start there for the Cook Islands. Touching down on their first real attacking play.
That was great work by the Cook Island winger to switch back in and be there in support. Cook Islands lead 5-0 with a kick to come.
Can't add the extras. So the Cook Islands will kick off. It'll be through Tuakana. And they'll obviously hope to regather, put it up nice and high, put their jumpers up. Looks like they've got some pretty good athletes out there.
They definitely do. Getting some good height, but just no hands on the ball.
Oh, and you saw he got up there, went backwards, said the referee, so play on. Cook Islands still on attack, and it's a busting run, and he's made it all the way through. So the Cook Islands will touch down for their second try in as many minutes. And, it's a pretty impressive start from the Cook Island boys.
Definitely is. That was a strong run. Busting through the defence line. Trying to get the ball right under the post.
Yep, important to give your kickers a good opportunity to get those extra conversions. All important points.
Ball just going to the left of the post.
He has missed it. Yeah, it's gone wide. But they've liked their restart so far, the Cook Islands, so I'm sure they'll be happy to put one up in probably the same area. Let's see if the Solomon Islands can nullify the air raid from, and seems to be a little knock on there off the kickoff. Unfortunate for the Solomon Islands, desperate to get their hands on the ball.
They definitely need to try and get some hands on that ball for that kickoff, because that's their opportunity that they've got to have ball in hand.
Ball's come out quite deep from the back of the scrum there. Cook Islands look to play it wide. Get it out to the man, Tangiakava on the left edge. Strickland then out to Tuakana. Great step there, jinking run. And the pass gets it away. Tuakana with the ball. Now Brian Akava here does all the work himself, and he plants it over the line. Just making it look a bit easy at the moment.
Yeah, the defence line was just a bit jaggedy there with the agility of the Cook Islands players. Number 13 for Cook Islands, Tioriki. With a bit of footwork, which is creating some missed tackles, which is where the holes are opening up.
Some fancy footwork from the boys from the Cook Islands. They're having a bit of a field day out there at the moment. Solomon Islands just kind of need to regroup a little bit and get their hands on the ball and start playing with some possession.
Struggling a bit to get some hands on the ball. Oh,
I know he's made that kick, the hardest one so far, but he's knocked it over. So score is now 17-0 to the Cook Islands, and they'll have the restart.
Be good to see Solomon Islands get some height and some hands on the ball off this kickoff, because
absolutely
it's very important for them to have ball in hand, because you can't score any tries without your ball in the hand. So let's see if they can take the opportunity.
They've taken that one comfortably, which is good. Now let's see some settled play, take it into contact. They get the ball out. Little drop there, but he's kicked it across field to his teammate, which turns out to be quite an efficient pass. But a penalty for diving off, sealing over the ball.
Can't do that, unfortunately. Turns over in a penalty.
And the Cook Islands quickly swing it wide. And it's Tangia Carver out there on the wing again, looking to get the offload away. Takes it to ground. And Strickland with the ball in hand. A fancy step there got him down as a prop. He's almost made it over the line with some fancy
prop. Got some strength on him.
Results in a turnover, in a penalty again to the Cook Islands. So some positive play from them. Just simple hands, and Tangi Akava with his second try in the left-hand corner. So
kind of taking the quick tap and looking short side where they had an extra number out wide. Did the basic hands and put the ball down. Sometimes that's what it's all about, just keeping it simple.
Just simple. And he's hit it sweetly, but it's just sailed left of the post. So, unfortunately, no conversion, but the Cook Islands still lead 22-0. And Solomon Islands, really hoping to, again, they took the last restart. They'll be hoping to get their hands on the ball and then play with a bit of possession and territory and get down the other end of the field and get a try as soon as possible to try and stay in this game. Sails over everyone's head, but the Solomon Islands have got it back. Bit of dancing feet turning everyone around, and he's made a break down the side of the field. Kicks it ahead, but it's gone out on the full, unfortunately. So not a great first half for the Solomon Islands. They'll be happy to see half-time, I think, but a chance for them to regroup. They'll have the restart in the second half, and hopefully they can get their hands on the ball from there.
No doubt the coach will be giving them some words of wisdom of how to use their opportunities better and, have possession of that ball.
Yep, but it's been nothing but positivity from the Cook Islands lads. Every time they've got their hands on the ball, they've made the most of it. They've taken the opportunities and scored 4 tries so far, the 1 conversion, so they lead 22-0. 7 minutes of footy to go for this 5th place playoff. Following this match, we'll have the playoff for 3rd in the men's side of the draw with Tonga and Australia and Samoa. It's Tonga and Fiji will be playing for 3rd, with Australia taking on Samoa for 1st place. So those matches coming up. Live stream through Oceania Rugby, and if you want to get involved in the conversation online, hashtag Oceania U18S, under 18s. Oceania under 18s. It's been a great tournament so far, and things are heating up here in Sydney today. It's a very warm autumn's day.
Very warm. That sun is blazing on my shoulders.
It's just hit us here in the commentary box, and hopefully we might need a bit of a canopy if we can find one. But it will be the Solomon Islands to restart, and hopefully they can put in a couple of tries this half and finish their campaign off on a strong note. They've gone the deep option, found some grass.
Cook Islands players struggling to get back in on side.
Made a nice break down the right side, puts a good step on, brought to ground in a strong tackle though. So is Brian Carver with that strong run down the right. Tuakana out to the left. Now they've got the ball back on the left edge. Need that support play to follow up. And they recycle the ball quickly. Maybe a couple of offside Solomon Island defenders struggling to keep up and get back with the play. That Tangi Akava with another strong run, bringing in a few defenders.
Cook Islands swinging the ball left to right, making the Solomon Islands run left to right in defence and just opening up holes, waiting for an opportunity to happen and waiting for that moment to have a little sniff of a hole and hoping to get through.
Quick hands here. Flat ball.
Heather.
And he breaks away right down the field. And he's going to pop it down under the black dot. So it's another good start to this second period for the Cook Islands. And the try is awarded. So unfortunate for the Solomon Islands. They did try and hang on there in defence, but...
Seems like they had a little nap and Heather picked the ball up from half and ran through the little hole.
He spotted the gap and he pinned the ears back and showed plenty of pace to get away from the defenders there. Should be a simple conversion, which they make. So the score is now 29-0 to the Cook Islands. And a couple of conversions there for Jordan Tuakana, who will take the restart. So Jordan Tuakana gets us underway again, and he looks for the deep kickoff, safely taken by the Solomon Islands there. Takes it into contact. Ball looks to be out, but they're allowed to play on.
Cook Islands defence line rushing up.
Little chip over the top there. Can he get the bounce? No, it's taken by the Cook Islands there. And now attack into defence for the Solomon Islands. Nicely over the ball, and it's come back to their side. So let's see what they can do. Some fancy feet, another kick through, and looks like there's no one at home there for the Cook Islands, so there's an opportunity here if the Solomon Islands can take it. Lacking a bit of support players, but here we go, there's a nice break there. And they're going to streak away, and they are going to get their first try of the match. And it's number 9, Kayatu, who scores next to the post and brings the score to 29-5. Solomon Islands with their first try of the match. It was a great piece of play there, wasn't it, Mahalia?
It definitely was. Solomon Islands managed to use that ball. Both teams had lacked a bit of support, but they managed to make the most of it and get over the line.
The conversion unsuccessful there. So the score remains 29-5. A few minutes left to play in this 5th place playoff. Both these teams looking to finish their Oceania under-18s tournament on a high note. It's been a fantastic effort. 6 or 7 games across the 2 days. So they'll be feeling it in these last couple of minutes, and it'll be whoever's got the most in the tank now as the Cook Islands look to spread the ball to the left-hand side where they've got a few numbers. Taken into contact, settle it down. Wide ball out. Tangiukava. Nice ball out to the wing. Almost an ankle tap, but he's still going and he almost trips up on himself. He's going that quick. But Tangiukava, still with the ball, manages to get it offload out to a supporting team player. Pops it out to the left-hand side. Numbers to go. Great run for the try line here. And they're over. A well-worked try there. So Thomas Daniel will finish the try off under the posts for the Cook Islands. And that was a great bit of play right from inside their own territory. So Carver with Tuakana with a relatively easy conversion attempt.
Between the sticks and over the black dot.
Doesn't miss those ones.
Conversion
So 36-5 is the score. They've looked super impressive here, the Cook Islands. We expected a tight match, but they've just blown the Solomon Islands right out of the water here.
They definitely have.
They've left nothing out there. It's like they're playing in the first place playoff, having a cracking game. Nice high kickoff. Solomon Islands look to have, unfortunately, a little knock on there.
Cook Islands will take the scrum just outside the 10-metre mark. Cook Islands in no rush, taking their time and set up the scrum.
So just a bit of push and shove before the ball gets fed. Winding down the clock maybe from the Cook Islands. So get the ball out all right. Full-time hooter sounds in the background and Tuakava takes it up, passes it off, keeps it going up the middle. Plenty of numbers here in attack. Penalty. So they look to play it quickly, and 2-on-1 down the right-hand side, and they'll finish it off in the corner with a great try to Taua Heather. So that'll be the end of the match here for the Cook Islands. They're currently 41-5 up with a kick to come, but it's been a really impressive display from the boys. They've finished this championship on a really strong note, and they'll head home really happy with that performance, you'd think, Mahalia.
Yes, the Cook Islands came out roaring, and Solomon Islands struggled at the start, but they managed to get some points on the board, but it was unfortunately just a bit too late.
So that final conversion attempt unsuccessful. The score finishes at 41-5. Cook Islands claim fifth place here at the Oceania Under 18's Rugby Sevens tournament. And for our next match, I'll hand over to Michael Doyle for Tonga and Fiji.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Mahalia. Well done, guys. Great job. Great to see Mahalia here commentating for the Oceania Sevens. And we're just moving some people in and out of the commentary box. And I think Patrick is going to come and join me. We'll get that sorted out.